So what did you learn about yourself doing PMS again?
I think I learned that if you set your mind to something, if you set a goal, you can do it. You know, you don't have to be fearful about achieving greatness. And I think I've always been a little scared to pursue acting professionally because I don't think anybody would take me seriously, but I think that all the feedback that I've gotten from everybody, it's just so amazing to see that and to see how I can accomplish that, you know, and it also goes beyond the acting. It goes into my personal life. You know, I can achieve anything if I really set my mind to it. You know, I have to just believe in me. So I think believing in myself is one of the biggest lectures that I've learned throughout this process.
I learned that I guess I learned that I can tell stories and find the funny in them, and it makes life easier, I guess, or more fun when you can like look at your misery and turn it around and make other people laugh. And I think that's what I did with some of my pieces.
Are you better at spotting red flags now?
Oh, hell yeah. I've got like a PhD in red flags.
What's the biggest red flag that women miss? And I know in our sketch we talk about a few of them, but like some that you wish women would just get it.
I think it's more instinctual. I think it's more of a feeling. Like you just know it in your gut and you want it to work so bad that you ignore your gut. And I think that's a mistake.
I learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was, and that it's okay for you to doubt yourself sometimes, but I learned also, I think the main thing that I learned is that there's a lot more people out there who believe more in me than I believe in myself, and I'm going to start believing in me like they do. I learned how to do that, and that's powerful and amazing. And wow.
So what's it like to be the only guy in PMS? What have you learned about yourself being?
Being the only guy in PMS, it's interesting. You know, you listen more. You take the back seat a little bit more, but it's a good way. In a good way, you look at life in a different way. I think, as a whole. What have I learned? Personally, that I'm funny. I never thought I was funny, and I'm actually kind of funny. But yeah, it's a constant reassurance of it's a huge team effort to do what we're doing, and it's just really amazing to see how like we mesh very well together and work very well together, and I like that. I like that a lot. That's why I like theater.
What have you learned about women in doing this process?
Nothing. I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't learn anything different about women. I had a good mother. My mom, I mean, I always saw women in a good way and as an equal way, and I always put women on pedestals. So I think I had a good mother in that way. I'm also like the traditional guy, like I always walk on the outside of the curve, so the girl walks on the inside. Kind of those like very gentleman qualities I think people don't have, that people have lost, that I think people need to embrace more. But nothing, I think it reassured the whole idea of women being even more brilliant than I think they are.
You fucked it up.
No, you did.
You didn't fuck it up. It's just a new rendition.
Yeah.
No, it's like I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself.
This is
what's really going on with me. You know what? In that moment, I really felt it. I really felt how vulnerable I was, and I couldn't fake it.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I really gave you all of me. You know?
I was.
And that's something that the audience, this is where they come to see real women.
Yeah.
You know? And so just
woman.
Get to the present now. Be present, because they don't know. No one's keeping track. They just want to see you be brilliant. Okay? So you've been brilliant in all these shows, so keep doing it.
And you were brilliant right now, dude.
Yeah.
I was really scared.
Good.
I was really, really scared.
You were alive.
I wanted to just leave. I'm like, fuck.
What scared you?
I didn't know what I was saying. Like, I just got so involved in thinking about Jason that I just completely forgot about everything. And it was so painful to be up there thinking about everything. It was horrible. I felt like everybody was looking at me and I was like, fuck, I don't know what to say. That never happens to me. I always know what to say. I'm never shy, but today I felt so much pain.
Yeah, that's good because you're letting it out.
You know, this was therapy, right? All these shows. Finally, right? The last one. You held on to the last one.
I know.
No, and the thing is, this is more material for a one-woman show. You could talk about, like, you know, like, fuck, like you spaced
maybe
out.
you could
You
do
know?
that in this show. Like,
Yeah.
Say like you forgot.
And then you just want to get off it. You're like, no, I
talk
can't.
about this, but this is. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about this other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like, you know, to the degree that you fake it, right, in life, and how much of a warrior and how tough you've had to be all the time, and to be so vulnerable on stage. It's like there was a moment where you really were just you, and you've never known that, you know?
You're stripped.
Yeah.
Even by you couldn't even protect yourself.
No, I was freaking out. I was
That's so cool,
freaking out.
That's being alive, man.
Yeah, it's crazy just how it happened today. Like in the last show, like never, it didn't happen at all. Just today, just happened.
It's good.
Okay.
I started crying because I started to realize how lucky I am that I get to live my life, that I get to really express myself in so many ways. And I started crying for all the women that can't do that. They can't live their dreams, that they can't even dare to dream. And I just started crying because I thought, you know, P.M.S, like, oh yeah, we're just a little comedy show. And then there was a part of me that said, no, you know, I don't know that this is happening anywhere in the world.
Exactly what I was
Keep going.
Your turn.
I don't know if this is happening anywhere in the world, that this little show is something more powerful than just three fat chicks making jokes, you know? This is about women, and women finally being powerful and really being pioneers in this. And so I was so moved by knowing this, that people see us not just as these funny little girls in the barrio, but that we are powerful women, and that other women get to see themselves in us. And so I was very touched by that knowledge right now, you know?
Yeah, when I hear women laughing in the audience, I feel like they're saying, I feel like these women are like, it's almost confirmation. Like this is what they would want to say, and we're saying it for them, and they're laughing because it's true, and because they get to, through us, they get to express that too. So sometimes I do feel like, oh, we're just a silly little show. But then later, when you talk to the audience, and they say things like, that is so true, that is so true, thank you for finally saying it. I don't know, there's some validation in that.
All right, Blanca. I've got a couple seconds left on this camera because the battery's dying.
It's just amazing to see that women understand each other, and we go through the same thing. And it's scary to be vulnerable up there, just like Miriam was, and it's scary to tell you everything about who we are, but it's nice to know that there's women out there who believe it and who live it and live through the same moments that you have, and you can connect with them and tell them it's going to be okay. I guess that's what we do. We tell them it's going to be okay. We could laugh at it and don't worry about it. It'll be shiny tomorrow, hopefully.
Feel better?
Yes,
You ready to be Marta?
I'm ready to kick some ass in the second half. No more crying. Maybe at the end though.
Maybe at the end when
Yeah.
we realize.
We got champagne at the end. I brought champagne
Oh, you
so
bet
we can
champagne?
fast.
Oh, that's good.
So let's kick some ass, women.